Welcome back to Showmance, the #1 show on YouTube doing deep dives on shows with no depth. And we are in part 2 of episode 3 of the reunion.
If you didn't see part 1 of the coverage, then please go back.
Also, like, subscribe, hype, and tell a friend.
Yeah.
Do that mostly.
Okay, let's jump into the Miha of it all, shall we?
Yeah.
This was exactly, Mike. This was maybe the biggest bag of bullshit we have been served in a very long time.
It was just embarrassing.
Embarrassing.
Like, you know who wouldn't have done that? Amanda. Amanda would have just stuck with her guns and been like, I don't know her. Like, she just would have like be damned, you know? But Wes just like, you just keep asking him the same question and eventually he's going to crack.
Right from jump, Wes goes, we weren't exclusive in November.
Yeah.
Ciara's head explodes and she says, that is so untrue. You sent her flowers on Valentine's Day. And then Wes comes up with the best line of maybe of the night for him when he said, I've been not clear with a zillion women I've dated.
I know. Again,
Nailed
Amanda
it.
would have never said zillion. She would have been like, might have been a couple people.
Also, not clear is just an alternative facts version of lying.
Yeah.
You have lied to every, you know when people are like, when it says like, oh, 63-year-old grandma swims across the Atlantic and people are like, oh, I fixed it. Amazing athlete swims across the Atlantic. And here, Wes, I'm going to fix your headline. I've lied to every woman I have ever been with, including the idiot sitting next to me that I snowed into this relationship because I don't know why. Jury's still out. I could guess, but I don't want to be that nasty.
That poor girl.
She sat there. The look of shock on her face was priceless. You don't, Amanda, this is what you chose.
Oh, no, I don't mean Amanda, the poor girl. I mean, like, Miha. Like, she really, listen, I am all down for, like, if anyone is in an extended amount of time relationship with Wes, like, you got to know something at some point, or, like, you are just kind of willingly deciding to not know. But, like, the length of time that they were together, it wasn't just like, oh, it was 3 months. It was like a year and a half or something. Like, did she turn the other way for a year and a half? Did he just specifically say, which obviously they get into later, that like he just kind of said, "Oh, it's all for the show, you know, it's no big deal, babe. Sure, that's the biz kid," and she eats that up. But like, how far are you letting that go? Because even if it is the biz kid, like, what do you got to do when you're not on the show and you're still hanging out with these ladies back in town and other Bravo lebs?
Also, a year and a half is getting real close to another relationship that West had.
Huh?
Ciara.
A year and a half? I thought they were together for 4 months.
From the time Ciara ends
From the time.
and
Yeah.
Miha, are we even at a year and a half? Or we're just, you know, maybe just past in real life today. But like, you know, it's like, well, whoa, bro, like you're like just like West is just an old school whore and slut and F-boy player. He's all the things in all the eras of throughout time. We just watched, what it was the movie that we just watched? That Elizabeth told us to watch?
The Outsiders.
Oh, The Outsiders. I'd seen it a million years ago, but she'd never seen it.
Got
the 80s. It's from like the 1880s.
No, it's from the 80s. It's from the 80s.
But the, what was I going to say about it?
I don't know, because I was actually also trying to be like, where is this going?
You were saying he's the like every stereotypical version of a Lothario.
I was going to say he's so dumb. I was going to say he was a greaser. He's you know, whatever. But
definitely
he's
not.
Yeah. He's just
Greasers are hot.
yeah, but they're assholes. You know what I mean? And so I don't know. Whatever. He's a douche, and he's every iteration of that guy.
Well,
He's not even a playboy anymore. He is just like he's a. I know we keep saying sociopath, but like there's something so clownish about him. Like you're going out. It's not just like you're just like, oh, want to get laid wherever you can. It's almost like it's a next level where it's now gone psychological. It's now something that like you are oddly getting off on so hard, just straight up, just saying things like, I bet you half of these girls didn't even really care if he's their boyfriend. But I feel like he goes out of the way to be their boyfriend just to then go be someone else's boyfriend and whatever. Like you don't need to do all that. Like you're doing too much.
Yeah. I was raised by a single mom, and all her girlfriends who were all not totally dude scorn, but somewhat dude scorn, and they were, you know, their mission in life was like, oh, we're gonna make you the best boyfriend ever. Worked, right?
Oh, big time.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I didn't listen to everything they said.
Yeah, I was going to say, you might have been snoozing through a few of
a
those
couple
lessons.
things. But the West is, why do I keep forgetting where I was going? What I was going to say?
Just that he's a lying liar who lies and like doesn't even need to lie.
Yeah, whatever. Cut
He
that
said
part
the
out.
crazy. So Kyle says to him, "Were you exclusive with Miha?" And he's like, "No." He says no, right? And then Andy says, "But she thought you were exclusive, but you were seeing a lot of other women." And West's response was, "Not a lot, but yes." West, shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Like, fall into some quicksand, dude. It hurts my intelligence deeply to listen to this. All I keep thinking is just this bag of bullshit that you are trying to sell us. And I don't know on what planet how Amanda is sitting next to this guy.
That's the best part of this.
Co-signing this with the look of shock on her face because she didn't know all of this.
But like
he's lying to you in real time. You're finding it out right now. That's insane.
But the shock isn't even like, like if that were Kyle, she would have been like, what? But like, I swear to God, this bitch is so numbed down that like, I'm sure in her little body, it's probably screaming inside, but like, it was still very low key, like reactions about like having to sit there. I think that she's dying from humiliation. It's why I don't think when last week when Wes said, should I jump in more? And she's like, no. I got this. Because I really think that like, as much as Amanda would like to be like, Jesse's girl, you know, the guy just like, not Jesse, but you know, like just like someone who,
the song,
who just like kind of sits there and like the guy just does all the talking and she's like, yeah, what he, you know, doesn't have to do anything. As much as she like that, she knows that ain't an option here. Like that is bad news bears. That's all the worse. I see her sitting there and just being like, just make it. I wish I was a bird so I could fly far, far away.
What was crazy also, though, about this scene was how Wes couldn't even make eye contact with Ciara because Ciara so had his numbers just spitting facts at him when she goes, you were telling her you loved her. You were sending her flowers on Valentine's Day. You flew her to Bozeman to be with your dad. If you know Wes, don't go to Montana, okay, or wherever he's from. Don't get on a plane to be with this sociopath. How on God... Because I got news for you. I have been snowed by a guy or two, okay? And because I didn't go to Natalie's school of making sure they're obsessed with you before you date them.
That's just having parents. Like, you want to know why, Courtney? This is I like really believe this. I think that a lot of people that come from divorced families are just a lot more hip to tricks like early on and like hone in and beeline towards like people that like you can just see that like, this guy seems to be very faithful and like really into like this idea of this, where I think that if I notice that the women that I know that had parents that are literally like obsessed with each other, they are the ones that are still like, where is he? Like in their like mid-late 40s, because like I think that they're so trusting because they're like, but my dad was so great, my mom, and he does everything for my mom, and like so I don't think that they ever see that like they don't ever do this.
No, you believe people.
Yeah, you just believe them.
We're such believers.
Yeah.
Okay?
So when people say like, "Oh, they're from a broken home," you might turn out much better. Not turn out.
I know what you mean.
But like, yeah,
you might have a better Spidey sense.
It's some arsenal, you know.
Totally.
It's some ammo for you.
But it's so crazy to me that because I have been in an experience, right, where like I've met all of this dude's friends. Flew me from here to there. I'm flying from whatever. We're doing the things. We're buying gifts at the holidays. And then it turns out you're a dirty dog.
Yeah.
First of all, when'd you have time, bro? Because you were calling me 8,000 times a day to go over whatever was in that head of yours.
Yeah.
And at a certain point, you're just thinking, I'm going to... I get it. It's also on me because I wasn't asking questions. This is why I said about Miha.
Yeah.
I think she asked questions to a certain point, or maybe in the beginning said like, look, here are my ground rules, whatever. And then it snowballs because you start really liking the person. You have a lot of feelings and they're doing certain things where they are sending you flowers. They are flying you out to be with their parents for important days to spend with their whole family. So you think, no, like this, he's not flying everyone out. He's just flying me out. There's got to be something here.
Yeah.
Nope. Because some people are just sociopaths. Some people are just awful human beings who don't think about other people one iota. And that's West, period.
He thinks about them in a way, how can I do something that gets some, like, I feel like he really gets off on hurting people. And I never thought that about him before.
I remember what I was going to say. It probably got cut out. So you're probably like, well, you forgot something. It happens all the time.
So Patrick Swayze was in the outside.
Yes. Single mom and all her girlfriends did like obsessed with making me grow up to be like a good boyfriend. Again, didn't listen to everything, but whatever, some of it.
Clearly enough, here we are.
Yeah, here we are.
I'm beelining for.
Yeah, you got the good highlight reel.
Yeah.
Score. So it worked, Mom. Because of that, I didn't have friends like these. I sought out different friends who respected women and friendships and people and whatever. Crazy. But
Loser.
there were, when I was a kid, there were, and this movies, you know, whatever, the stereotypical groups of dudes that were just notch guys, like who could bang the most chicks in the summer, who could you bang, how many bangs, like could you get 2 in a day, like just those kind of gross dudes, right? It's a thing. So I think West is one of those dudes. I think West's friend group is that like I didn't think they existed anymore. I thought we got rid of them. I guess not. But I think West is that guy. I think West is like go back to it. He has a group of friends that they think that's super cool. Like how many chicks he got, how many he did this, got lit up in the entire country, world, whatever, and still pulled this other chick. I'm going to smoke her and do it again next year. You guys watch. I think West is just playing this sick, grody game.
Yeah, he's sick and grody. We just found out that he nailed Mia from My Girl on Southern Hospitality, who I never thought would give it up to him. She banged him that night. They went out on a date.
Yeah, which is so
Look at her. Like, this is the kind of tale that he is getting.
This is why I said he has a genius in this area.
Also, he's like I thought she was like
that.
By the way, he has such a type. And he really went for the bland banana with Amanda.
That's why I always am just like, well, how do you think you're going to be happy with this when, like, you know, the girls out there that you can nail? Like, even Dara sitting across from him, you know, he's just thinking, thank God she's not sitting right across.
Bless you.
I'm not going to say it now. I mean, I am, but I'm not going to.
Bless you.
Like,
this is.
When Dara came, like week 2, I was like, I think Dara has taken the spot of most beautiful woman on Bravo for me over Ciara, because I think Dara is
Dara's stunning, but she's not Ciara. And I'm not comparing their looks. I just mean like
there's just
I'm in love with Ciara, and I'm gay.
No, but Ciara, just like, especially if she is telling the truth and those boobs are real, then like that's unreal. That whole thing,
it's real. She said they're real.
The package, like, I got the upgraded package with all the bells and whistles.
That's
like,
right.
She was just born with all the bells and whistles.
Yeah,
like,
that's some. I joke about it all the time. Like, I'll always slide in a thing, like what God did on day 7. Ciara, He made Ciara.
That's
that
right.
Was day 7.
That's it.
I feel like that would took longer than a day, and they just summarized it.
Maybe that was like his God's hobby, you know, through all the 6 days, and then on the 7th, they were like, I could wrap this up today.
And this girl, just to like. She was in a relationship for years, and they went on this trip, and then are you ever going to move to Charleston? That whole thing came up where they like had their talk about, and he's like, I can't tell you when I'm going to be there. And she's like, I can't do this anymore. Like, but really loved him and whatever, was like a strong bitch and was like, that's it, cut it off. I think that this is maybe the first guy,
I'm sure,
that popped into her DMs. And because that's exactly what she
Justin?
said. She's like, it was like the perfect time meets whatever.
Because he preys on it. He knows.
Yeah, I was just out of a relationship. He gives really great attention. She said that when you're with him, literally no one else on earth exists.
I believe that.
Yeah.
I stand by my point. I do. I'll go to the grave with that.
Is my cheeseburger here yet?
Mike got a cheesy burger, and we got some appies and a salad.
Cooke said, my number 1 request is if you play any voice note of mine where I'm yelling, you are a dumb hoe, please include the original reference of Kenya in the megaphone.
Oh, yeah.
Full honesty, even though it could be possibly hurtful today. No, I want a lie. You are a dumb hoe. You are a dumb hoe.
You are a dumb hoe. Shut up.
Christina Cooke, ladies and gentlemen. But
the best journalist I know.
Yeah.
I would look on that cheeseburger.
Oh my God. This is why you have to do it from your phone.
I know, I understand that, but like sometimes I just think that
They're still picking up the order.
Okay, fine. I just feel like it's been sitting in the hallway and we never look, and then it's gonna be ruined.
It won't be.
You'll eat it.
150 down the drain.
That's right. Andy asks if anyone has met the. Oh wait, right before this, sorry. There's just like a little sidebar that to me is kind of a nothing burger. It's them buying time, which is so shitty because you had so many other good things to fill this time with. When it was Mia and Bailey talking about how they really. But I don't understand the whole Super Bowl thing. Why would Brianna say that if it wasn't the truth? They were just sidebarring about that. And it's like, right, because it is the truth.
There was only one super important scene or moment in this scene. And that was, I don't know what I haven't been on the dating apps in a while. Actually, I haven't dated in so long. I don't think there was dating apps back then.
There were 17 years ago.
Like, but it was like...
they were in the beta phase.
No, what was it?
Match.com.
Match.com.
It's okay to look.
Match.com. It was on the literal internet. They didn't have phones. But if whatever you put in your dating profile as like bonuses, like I'm a catch because list all things. How fast Bailey listed the date of the Super Bowl? This is a guy thing. I was like, that was impressive.
Well, there's a timeline thing.
It wasn't. It was Bailey knew when the Super Bowl was, exactly the date. I couldn't even tell you when the Super Bowl was, and I'm a idiot sports fan obsessed with all things sports. Listen, and I was like,
I want everyone to be obsessed with Bailey, so I don't want to press on this, but I'm pretty sure they've all got the dates because they've all got their timelines of like what
Mia asked, and she was like February 3rd. Fast. It said something to me the way you answered that.
It gave
and
you
if you know, it gave me a little happy, a little semi.
Next up,
if you know, you know.
Says, has anyone here met Miha? Met his girlfriend Miha? And finally, we get out of West that Miha and her thought that they were in an exclusive relationship, meaning that she is your girlfriend. Again, the looks on Amanda's face are priceless. And Jesse said, yes, I met her in October. And he thought at the time, because West is lying to Jesse also, this is why I do think Jesse's having just emotional wave after emotional wave of heartbreak, because he's going through, oh, right, you were lying to me here also. You said to me, she knows what it is. And when we get together and we can hook up, great. And when we can't, she's out living her life. I'm out living my life. Let me tell you something. That is not happening with 99% of the men that are telling you that story. So don't buy it, mankind. And Jesse says, now in hindsight, it's clear that she thought, no, this is my boyfriend.
I just want Jesse to know you should be more mad, because like Lindsay makes a good point later where she kind of brings up that like they're kind of with everyone's livelihood. And like, Jesse, you just started your music career, and like what is going to be really beneficial for you is this platform. And like, what if this platform gets taken away? Or what if they decide to rejigger the cast because like, well, now like half of them aren't really here anymore. Let's just start from scratch. Like, I would get my big 6'5" ass up, walk over to him and give him the bitchiest bitch slap, like heard across the globe, you know, of just like that, whoosh, like just like you're hearing like it's echoing in all the microphones, like, because you should be pissed, not hurt. This is not a good friend. He lied to you. I don't think he ever actually really liked you. He's like with the cool kids, and like, I don't know if you were cool enough for him. And I just do not waste another tear on this guy. I mean, you're crying a lot. Don't waste any more tears.
Don't you think it's like the 7 stages of grief?
Yeah, I was just going to say that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You'll get to anger.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Rapido.
You are with a heartless killer over here.
I'm just saying, like, I was like, you would pan over to him literally like 15 minutes later, and it was just still like, it wasn't like, oh, just still some remnants. It was like fresh cries.
Well, I think it's twofold. I think it's 7 stages, or like stages, and then somebody, I don't even know if it was on this show, but somebody happened to make a comment recently about how crying can be an anger response, right? I don't know if that was happening with Jesse. I don't know. Like, I think Jesse is staging. I really think so. I think he's sad, and I don't know what the stages of your best friend lying and cheating are. I think he's in the like, wait, what? Like realization phase. And now that's leading to sadness and like a little bit of a broken heart. That's going to then lead to like anger, which is like, wait, am I not coming back next? Wait, is it not a show now? I thought just these two were going to leave.
Yeah.
No, all of us might leave. Fuck you, bro.
Yeah.
I'm trying to sell records out here.
That is my bed. I'm going to chain myself to it.
I shared a room with you, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, like
everyone's going to think I'm Schwartz.
And he does say after this, he just says, you know, the sanctity of this friendship has been broken, and I'm really sad about that.
Yeah, and I believe him. Like we talked about in part 1. If you didn't watch it, go watch it.
I don't
twice
care about
and then come back here.
If he's being honest, I don't want to see it. I think it's not like I just want, like I said, let's
get your
move
toe
out
sucked
of this.
one time, and Natalie's out on you.
I think about all the time when Courtney was like, it wasn't even the big one.
It wasn't. Go if you're gonna do it. Go for the gold.
Yeah.
Okay. Andy says, you know, you went out of your way over the summer to say you weren't looking to be anyone's boyfriend, and you've since expressed, and since you've expressed these feelings, are you two monogamous? And
so tough for Kyle. I felt so bad for Kyle.
know, me
Anytime
too.
there was a reference of wiener in vagina, I was like, oh no, dude, he's right there. Shut up.
Yes, I do think that Andy went for them as much as he could, as a host. So I did appreciate that on behalf of Ciara and Mia, and Ciara and Kyle and Mia, quite frankly.
You want mine?
I'm like, oh God, I'll check again.
I mean, that
I feel like he's a kid and we're the parents in the front of the car, and he's like, are we there yet? Are we there yet?
Are we there yet?
Heading your way.
Cheeseburgers and cochinas. I was asking, do you want more wine?
They have a stop because I didn't pay the $4.99.
Wait, no, I pushed it. I thought I pushed it.
I probably
you want more
unpushed it.
You got to save that money. He'll never know. He's drunk.
Or not.
No, because I just was
I
like,
like
we're
drunk
going to
Mike.
start, and then you don't want to stop at 30 minutes in, you know?
There might not
I'm
be
fine.
enough for you.
I'm fine. You guys go at it.
Open up another one.
That is
We got
true.
it.
There is like
200.
200.
Not to get sediment if there's.
Oh no.
You're good. Thanks. Ah, thanks.
I love you exploring the. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Well, sometimes with really good bottles of wine, you get a little
Listen,
bit
we
of
do
the
have
super wine.
plenty. Thanks to the crew over at Meteor.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. So Andy, after that, after that, Andy then says, do you feel pressure to make this work? And he says, you know, I do. Andy brings up his commitment issues, and Kyle pipes in and says, I considered you one of my best friends. And Kyle, I love you for this, but I am also just so irritated by it as well, because I'm so irritated by them. He then goes into standing up for Amanda again. And he just says, because I clearly still care for this person. What is your plan for her?
You guys, do you not remember that I literally fed Kyle his entire argument? Everything he said, I swear to God, he watched the show. I swear. He said, you've isolated this woman. You have her out on an island. I'm almost positive. I said that verbatim.
Kyle, send us some lover boy, some Carl's a mess sweatshirt.
Kyle, we're here for you now, okay?
By the way,
Don't
Meteor
listen to
Wine
all
has been
this
here for you
past
always.
season
Remember, he
stuff.
said #forever Team Kyle.
Yeah.
So you've got fans here.
Like,
Right,
because,
Barry has
listen,
been
I
an
just-
OG Kyle.
OG Kyle.
fan.
I'm not going to include that part that I just, I'm like, oh, he's always, because it's not like I think that anybody's watching this, but
No, you should.
there is
It's
something
true.
about, I just love that, like, going after Amanda, if anyone knows that, like, getting something out of her is useless, it's got to be the dude that spent the last 10 years with her. Like, like, just to know that, like, this isn't really going
This isn't gonna
anywhere.
happen.
Yeah. And I also, like, what's the best move for me being the fact that I was on the other end of this for so long, and I was, like, the hated one that, like, caused her so much grief. I'm going to actually hold on to I'm going to direct it all towards this guy, because it's really accomplishing two things. You're still getting a massive dig at Amanda because he's talking about her as if she's not there, because that's how you talk about children. Like, I'm going to talk to my kid's teacher when she's over there coloring.
That's
you
right.
know? So I'm going to just say, him, like,
Yeah.
what are your intentions?
Yeah.
How do you plan to pay for this?
This is why I need to
Like-
know
It's like a
more.
dad. He's moving into a dad role, like
He's-
where
yeah.
her boyfriend's picking her up for the first date, or like a date where like things might be getting serious, prom, you know, like whatever.
All of her friends are at prom and she's going to be home. Are you going to spend that prom night at home with her? Because she doesn't have anyone but you now, buddy. Are you?
But
You're
this
sitting
is why
on
I
the
need
couch
to know
with
more.
a shotgun asking questions.
This is why I need to know more about her mental state, because we're all treating her with kid gloves. And if you are that fragile of a human being, like something really bad could happen, I don't know if reality TV is the best place for you to find a home. So is it, you know how people will do things that are incredibly provocative, but if you mention anything about what they're doing, all of a sudden, well, it's because you hate women, or it's because like they use it against you. And it's like, no, I don't.
Kenny, you feel me? Me and Kenny be getting that for the last few weeks.
I hate women or whatever the group is that you think was targeted there. You did this to trap me to say that, because I can't say anything. And now that I've said something, I look like a misogynist. I look like an asshole. And I am just wondering, is she that sick with a mental illness that this is not the place for her? And then somebody really does need to step in with, you know, letting her know this is not a healthy environment for you. You should be living a quiet life, maybe not in a city, blah, 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 whatever the parameters are. Or are you using this to bait us? And then we're all just assholes if we say anything because we don't respect mental illness, which we do. But I don't know, because all I've seen is us treat you like this little fragile baby bird, and you haven't said, like KJ, he was so brave and he came out and he said, after the summer, I was in a very bad place, and Mia, Dara, and Ciara brought me to a facility so that I could get help. I was diagnosed. I then went into a rehabilitation facility. Now I understand. So if KJ is maybe more emotional than the other people on the show, or is having like a quieter, darker time, I understand, because he shared that with us. And it drives me absolutely bonkers to see Kyle continuously step up. What's your plan for her? But she's her own person. She's 34 years old. Make your own plan for yourself. If you've chosen to be with a guy and now you're isolated, that is a choice consequence. And maybe you need to start learning. Maybe the reason you have perpetuated all of these bad behaviors is because you've never learned from your consequences, because there was always some nice guy, and I'm not saying Kyle's some perfect nice guy, but just go with me, that is going to clean up your mess or save you from yourself.
I think in the same.
You disagree?
No, I don't think that. Listen, people are. I'm literally sitting here thinking, like, you say this and you're opening up the floodgates for it, but like, why do I care? I don't think she's really. I think she's a narcissist. I think that she is listen. Obviously, I don't know what borderline personality disorder is because I mixed it up with bipolar disorder. You got me, okay, everyone? You got me. But so I don't know what that means. But like, she's definitely got like an overinflated sense of like
Well, that was KJ anyway, so you got that wrong too.
Wait, what?
No, that's what she's saying. Like, she's not a mental health professional because she doesn't know.
Yeah, I don't know which. I don't know what that is. So we'll cut that because I have no idea what that is. So I'm not trying to equate her with it. But like, if there is somebody who has a personality disorder, it is definitely this woman. Like, I think that she is living in a reality of her own. But I don't think that it's like because she's like has something. I don't know how to say it. I think that she brings it on herself. I think that she is like grabbing things and has been able to live a certain way for so long, maybe thanks to the Kyles and the Mr. Batulas, the Frank Batulas of the world. Like, I don't know if they have like helped perpetuate that about her because they've let her get away with it for so long. But like, if she has a mental disorder, like I feel like it's almost, okay, I'm gonna get so dragged for this, but it's almost one that like suits her. It's almost one that she's just like decided that she is this woman of leisure, lady who lunches, and that, you know, people should just basically treat her like she is a glass egg, and it's working for her. She's working it. I can't help but think she's working this.
Yeah, I think that's definitely an option, and I think that multiple people in the comments have said it. We talked about a little bit about it last week. We've talked about it before. Is like, is she just lazy and got depressed one weekend? And again, not shitting on it. Like, and was like, oh, that worked. I'm going to use that, you know, or is this a real situation, you know? And sometimes I'm the one that I'm like, I probably lean towards more. Just because it's a real situation, just because of the events that she's missed, the stories, like that could, to me, that's 50-50. Like, yeah, you could be a lazy dumb bitch. You could also have a thing going on. So I think two things. One, going back to what you were saying, in the same way that we're not sure Amanda understands love or a proper relationship or a healthy relationship, and we speculate that that's because dad took care of everything, mom was mom, and that's what Amanda like, oh no, man take care of women, and you know that woman provide family, and like in the simplest way, that's what she thinks a relationship is. And then when Kyle stopped taking care of her, Wes stepped in, and so to her it's like, oh no, normal, I move to you now. Kyle, we've speculated that he is of a family that is parents still married, values marriage and that the sanctity of that and the meaning of that. So Kyle feels like, oh, well, this is my responsibility. I married this woman. I exchanged those vows. She's my responsibility. She left me, but that doesn't mean that I should, like, he's not in the same way, you know, he's kind of not computing. He doesn't understand that, like, no, dude, it's over. Let her go. He's still stuck on, well, no, I have to make sure that this guy's I still have to make sure she's going to be taken care of. It might not be me doing it, but I still, do you know what I'm saying?
Yes, 100%.
Babbling about it.
No,
but
I get it's like she recognizes love as toxicity and he recognizes love as like, oh, I'm going to still take care of you. You're my responsibility.
To take care of you forever.
And the whole thing is it's a real quagmire.
It's really weird.
It's kind of like my dad. My dad would marry women that were very, very young. And then by the time that like their lifestyles no longer really jived with him, he felt in a way still responsible for them. And this sounds gross, so I need to come up with a better way to say it. But it's almost like he felt like, well, I took them from their fathers, so like I now am responsible. So like
it's a very old school mentality. Yeah. It's a very, very old school.
Like he would still go out and do his things, and they would not be together. But like, I don't think he ever stopped paying for any of his wives. Like he just was. He also was 87 when he died. Like so, it's
still partying.
It's just, still got it.
Yes, he did.
And then when he did pass, his most recent wife literally passed like 2 months later, and she's my age. So like that's how much she needed him.
Yeah. God, I hope Kyle doesn't listen. I don't want him to think that she's going to pass. Because
I know. But I love that he says something like when he's like, I mean, God, I don't even know what her family's going to think. I mean, the Batulas are going to be incensed about this. We just basically like, so he's got her father in mind. Like maybe ever since that talk, maybe Kyle has built a life and like made making good by him a very like
high priority.
Yeah. And he's been told that this is his fault. So believe it, whether he believes that or not, or partially, or you know, whatever.
Yeah.
She has made it seem like this is his fault. And even in we're not there, but like the weird hug where he's like, I hate, he says it, like, I hate that everyone thinks this is my fault. And she's like, yeah, I'm sorry. And then walks away. At that point, cut all her hair off and push her over.
Listen, that hug to me said, I'm just going to work. I'll be right back. Like, not in a conspiratorial way of like, oh, I'll see you at home later because this is all fake. Not fake at all. But like, she's not letting him go. She is going to keep him in the wings. She may very well pop back in any minute because
don't you dare.
And that's why I'm saying, Sally, if we have not made your mission clear, like now is the time.
Get your shit together.
Get your shit together. Get out there. Get to his sets. Show up.
That's right.
Buy him something. I'm sure no one's bought this guy anything. Can you imagine last time Kyle got a present?
That's right. Bring him up sewing down Kyle? South. Something.
Some cables for his
Talk
DJ
to his
thing.
mom. Get on a group chat.
That's right.
Like ingratiate yourself. Is that the word?
Right.
Ingratiate. Yeah. Get in there. Dig in.
After this, West says, you know, I'm so sad that basically I've messed up these friendships and I I really wish I could have spoken to you before any of this happened. And this is what really good manipulators and liars do. They're so good at, this is why Wes stumbling over his words is such an act, and it drives me crazy because listen, you could be the biggest asshole in the world. Just tell me. Don't piss on my leg and try to convince me it's raining. Just give me whatever diabolical plan that you have been enacting. Just say it, because I'm not that stupid. And so he goes, I wish we could have spoken before this. You could have. You absolutely could have. The second you guys kissed, you could have said, even if it never goes further than this, I realize that Kyle is one of my best friends, that I have a complicated past with Ciara. Ciara is one of your best friends. We need to make this right before it goes any further. But you didn't want to do that because it's my needs, my needs, my needs. And when that is the loudest voice in your head, you're always going to be a royal prick to everyone around you because nobody matters as much as you. And who wants to be friends with that person?
Is this when he says the thing about you called me when I called you, or I was texting with you and you were with my wife at dinner in Miami and we were talking about our sex life?
Yep.
Like, look, Wes, I knew you were into some kinky, weird shit, but like, that's like new level. I'm going to be at dinner with Amanda and texting Kyle about like, so how much sex have you been boning Amanda a lot lately? It's like literally in Euphoria.
It was probably, listen, I'm not putting it past him, but like, I bet it was just a coincidence.
I don't know. If anyone remembers Nate Jacobs in Euphoria when he's talking to, what's his name with the braids, the football player, and he's dating Sydney Sweeney, and he's like, you get all up in that, you get those boobs. Like he was just real. And then 5 seconds later, he's nailing Sydney Sweeney in a bathroom. Like it was just like, it's a thing. Like West is so gross and he needs such weird shit to get him off. I'm not even joking. I bet you he was asking questions and throwing that shit in the spank bank because he's a little weirdo.
It's weird. The whole thing is so diabolical because as they're having dinner by themselves in Miami, when Jesse was there and Jesse says, why, if it was just friends eating with friends, why didn't you invite me? And Wes was like, well, because I had dinner with you the other night and yeah, I guess I should have invited you. Right, because you wanted time alone with her because you were laying the groundwork, right? You were getting in with Kyle, figuring out, okay, this is what you didn't do, or this is where I could do.
When was that? Did he say like when they were in Miami?
I feel like it was February, but I don't remember. But this is why
there's no way that they're in a different state, going out to dinner. They both have hotel rooms. They were boning the whole time.
But this is even like, if we go back to the video of it all, okay? That got released, I think, sometime in early April. If we're giving them the biggest B of the D, right? Biggest benefit of the doubt, a week before that is maybe when it was shot and it takes time or captured, it takes time to circulate. You're telling me that these people caught you the night that you had sex with Amanda for the first time? Okay. And I know that you were saying, no one has told us what's in the video, but you said you were in a compromised position from the leaked audio. Okay. There's no way that anyone in the history of making out has been in a compromised position from a kiss. Just isn't the case. It's why they allow it in Hallmark movies, just the kiss. So I think they're probably having sex. Then it wasn't the first time. You got to go back. They were probably having sex for a few weeks. So now you've already been lying about, oh, we had sex after we released the statement, which was in the middle of March. You said you first made out in February. That's a lie. You're having sex in February. You're in Miami with these hotel rooms. None of it maths. So that's why when Amanda, you say you could watch it and get whatever you want from it, we have to because you're still lying. So we still have to be forensic scientists and super sleuths to back our way into what really happened.
Yeah. And when I'm speculating on someone like Paige and Craig and like when they split, like I am very respectful about it because there's just a whole different tone about how that went. Like, I don't know if they did. If I'm putting myself in her position, I could maybe see that like that is a possibility. I don't put it past her. With Amanda, the way that she is like acting like clutching her pearls all the time, it's like, God, Amanda, you could learn so much from Paige DeSorbo. She just went silent for like a year, pretty much. Like you just didn't hear, you never saw the dude. They were together the whole time. She didn't parade him out anywhere. like at all. Like we saw him one time because the paparazzi were in Italy. Like she literally fucking flew across the globe just to have one little lunch at a cafe outside with this dude. And then Amanda is like, when Ciara says like, God, all this just to go drink at the West Village bars, like, and everyone was like, yeah, pretty much. Like all they wanted to do was just go out to this one strip of bars and probably like be noticed. We're both famous, you know? So it's like they're getting some attention, but it's also like so passe and like, ooh, people are going to be talking. But like, we're all just friends here. We can play that. Like, it's all so bonerific for West. Like he loves every second of this.
Loves the breadcrumbing. That's like, that's edging to him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh God. His whole life is edging. He's literally his whole life is. I wouldn't be surprised if someone was like, he actually never comes when we have sex. Because he's just like in this perpetual state of like, just keeping it going, keeping the surf going, you know?
That's right. Just ride the wave, man.
Yeah, exactly.
The next little segment up is when we get just briefly into the betrayal of Amanda and Ciara. And Amanda, you are doing yourself no favors by saying I could sit here and apologize till I'm blue in the face and it doesn't matter, whatever. And Ciara then starts talking about how she did feel betrayed and why. And Ciara's getting emotional and Amanda is just dead inside from these beta blockers. I'm not saying someone needs to.
How do you get your hands on some of these beta blockers?
No.
She doesn't look like she's on beta blockers. She's on Xanax.
Or Xanax. She's medicated.
Yeah, she's highly medicated.
Oh, the very first opening of this, and I said it was 2 episodes ago. Go back and watch episode 1. But like when she's talking to Bailey, I was like, oh, bro.
You are high.
You are fucking wasted. Like, how is anybody letting you even function and film? Like, this seems like a real bad Orange County Housewives type situation.
That's
you
right.
Like that callback?
Thank you. Yeah, I like it. I'm proud of you, Mike. A Housewives reference?
What up?
I like Mike on the meteor.
Travis almost got fired today, by the way. He texted both of us in our group chat. Did you guys know that DJ Meredith Marks is a housewife? I'm like, did you know that you no longer have a job here?
This is embarrassing,
yeah,
Travis.
It was bad. It was bad news.
I love you, but...
And I just told everyone about that. So...
And I just told
prepare for the comments to come in.
Oh my God, wait. In one of the comments, someone goes, wait, I like the other guy better. And I was thinking, wait, are they talking about the other guy over Mark or the other guy over me?
You can never tell.
You can't.
You just keep it that way.
Because insults, you never know.
It's probably somebody else. Probably not me.
Not even us, maybe. Okay, so it was remarkable to me to see her just have no emotion. And I can't get anywhere with you unless I really am feeling like you are an alive person in the room communicating with me. So when she keeps saying, I can apologize again and again, and you're cursing at her, and you're rolling your eyes, and you're guffawing, and you're sighing, I got nothing left for you. Like, I don't believe you. I don't care. I want you off my television screen.
Finally,
go live a nice life somewhere else, but
boat.
I'm good with you and having to talk about you. This rolls into when Andy said, Ciara, which scenes did you or like what scene did you find most hurtful? And she did say, we had such a great summer, but it was truly the last episode and seeing, just everything I was saying to her, because Ciara really believed that. This is why, West, they weren't thinking you were having an affair when you were at the very least, having an emotional affair because you copped to it, because they all thought these were real friendships, but you don't have any real friendships, so you wouldn't know what that is.
Did you notice? And listen, this might be a dumb notice of thing, whatever that means, whatever that word is.
A dumb notice?
Like, just like I noticed this, and it might be dumb. Like, it might be a dumb thing to say.
A silly observation?
A silly observation or just a pointless observation because given the circumstances. Everybody else had a moment and touched. Somebody got like if you had a moment or a tear or a thing, you gotta
fist.
No, you gotta.
Okay,
you gotta
some sort of connection.
Some sort of connection. Some sort of like, oh man, oh sorry, oh man, a little hand hug or whatever. These two never touched each other.
Oh yeah,
not
Ciara
one. West and Amanda.
Oh,
not one like.
Oh no, he gave her one literally when she was like.
He gave her a pat.
he gave her a knee grab and squeeze, but it was like, I feel like somebody even probably looked at him and was like, can you just do something? Because it was when she was like crying because of whatever, like the like hard, like
she's a weak person.
That one.
Like, so, okay. So like, then that seems, that was the only one then.
Yeah.
And like, so like, would it have been nice for her to be like, you know what, this happened, all you, I'm sorry, Sure. If we're not going to get that, just some sort of like connection, a hand holding, just something, you know? And I get why you wouldn't, because it's the same reason Wes didn't go after her. Cause like, oh, you're going to take your dick out and smack me in the face with it now in front of all of us. You know what I mean? But it just also was weird. Like they were both dead inside, and the relationship that they have is dead. Like there's nothing there.
I know. That's why I keep going back and forth on like, because I'm really trying to look at it the way that like, I just think that where West is specifically right now, who Amanda is and has always shown herself to be. So that's why I like am just like pitching this theory of like, this could actually be a longer relationship than anybody is really prepared for. But at the same time, it also makes a bajillion% sense that like, when Kyle says like, wasn't that just for PR though? And he's like, well, like this like, there doesn't seem to be any connection between them. They literally look like two people that like two kids that got pregnant that the parents are like, well, you have to get married now.
That's right.
Yeah.
And they're just like,
no, 100%. That's a perfect analogy.
That is such a good analogy.
and because they're looking at them like, and from the olden times where the kids are actually going, no, you're right, Dad. Like, yeah. Because right now you would tell kids that and they'd be like, oh, we can just go to the clinic or we can just go to CVS and get a morning out.
Not really. I watch Unexpected on TLC, and there are a lot of kids that are like, well, but if I do that, I'm going to hell. Because there's a lot of religious
I don't think these two think that they would ever be going to hell. You know, that would like be acknowledging that like
there's a special heaven for these two.
I also couldn't get over how...
This guy's killing me.
He's really taking his sweet time.
I also couldn't get over how utterly silly Amanda sounded when she was saying things like, yeah, well, when I get home, I've got a lot to think about.
No, she didn't even just say that. She said, I know I need to think about myself. And you hear the eye roll from like everyone.
Her
like,
round world.
Yeah, like I think you've done enough thinking about
yourself.
Yeah, you got that covered. You're real good at that.
Yeah.
And this is all in that same chunk where, you know, Jesse gets super emotional again, and he says he feels like he's losing a brother, and he hopes things can improve, but it's not looking good. And Jess gives another bag of bullshit. That's the episode title of this second part, Bag of Bullshit, where Wes is like, I'm sorry, and if I was sitting next to you, I'd put my arm around you. Shut up.
Yeah.
Nobody believes you. This is the most false form of trying to make us all believe that you actually care. You don't care, because and I don't believe this, but you know when they say like, oh, how do you know a lawyer is lying? Their lips are moving. Like, how do you know Wes is lying? His lips are moving. It's in everything that he does. And I loved that, because this is when the beta blockers conversation comes up, and Andy says, I gotta ask you, like, how much did you take a beta blocker? Like, you are everyone around here is coming unhinged. They're crying, unraveling at the seams, and you just seem very cool and collected. And this MFer has the balls to sit there and say, I'm just trying to stay really calm. And finally, Jesse, because I think he's had it up to his 6'5" here with the lies, and he says, did you take a beta blocker? And he goes, yes. Right, then answer the question, bro. Because that's what Andy asked you, and your response to that was, I'm just trying to remain calm. No, that's not the answer. The answer is, yes, I took a beta blocker, and you're allowed to. But it's the constant lying. You're lying about, like, you know when a kid is learning how to be an adult and they're such a liar that it's like, why did you even lie about that? You didn't have to lie about having the last piece of cheesecake. It was there for everyone in the house to eat. But you're on such a roll that you don't know when to tell the truth. Everything has become a lie, and you have to stop doing this, or you're going to grow up and become a Wes Wilson.
It was one piece of cheesecake.
I also thought it was insane when Wes tried to say the stuff about like, I'd throw my arm around you. I want to apologize. Everything is so disingenuine with him.
Yeah. Wes is the type of guy who's mastered how the like mumble jumble, right? He says a bunch of words. There's some like keywords in there. There's some like, what do you call them? Like trigger words, if you will. Like he knows how to get you to pay attention, but after he leaves, you're like, what?
That's right.
If you think about it, you're like, he didn't really say anything, but I feel good. I feel better. I feel like there was a resolution. But
then when you're trying to explain what happened to your friend,
you're like, I don't really know.
You're like, wait, no, he didn't. Because they're like, so he apologized.
Because the friends will be like, so what did he say? But did he say this? Because the friend knows what's up, but the friend wasn't there.
That's
The friend's still mad.
Yes.
He didn't snow you. And you're like, no, I think we're good. And the guy's like, but did he tell you this? Did he say this? He apologized for this? And you're like, I think so, but I don't know.
And then you're like, wait,
he
I'm
said
an
the
asshole.
word apology, but
he
I'm
wasn't
not
apologizing.
Sure. Yeah, but was it to you? I think he was apologizing to Amanda. Like,
to
it's
himself?
that. Like, I don't know. Then you got to meet with him again, and he does it again, and and that's what Lindsay, I think, again, not to reiterate that same point, I'll bring it up a million times because she nailed it. Yep. West is good. He's really good.
And I did love even though the stuff with Carl, this episode was so few and far between. Every time he did pipe up, I really appreciated it.
Yeah.
Because it was during this time, Carl's like, Carl says, and you still want to be with him after you hear all of this shit? And Andy even says, Amanda, was it worth it? And everyone's sitting there. I think even Lindsay was saying, please say no, please say no.
Please say no. Yeah.
And she gives the most, I'm not being funny when I say this. I wonder if something happened to her in her childhood because she has a very stunted emotional life. Because her response to that question was, I wish I could have both. Right? Hi, I'm an adult. I live in reality. Welcome. You're an adult. You live in reality. That's not the way the world works. And I believe in everything. I believe you can have it all and whatever it is, you just maybe can't have it all at the same time. Yeah. So for that response to be your response, and you also know the aftermath of all of this, like Lindsay will say later, the livelihoods of people and the friendship group and we could all read between the lines. It's 2 TV shows. We're all influencers. You all of us royally for the long term. We're all getting a hit now. Who knows how it's going to play out? You're still going to have the balls to sit here and say, I don't know. I wish I could have both. You hurt everyone in this room.
Yeah, she's a twat face. What's your problem?
I think I'm just like, I'm not like you're hearing her talk and you're getting so fired up at what she's saying. And so then you will go on a rant about like the thing that was said and like how the audacity of someone to say this. And I feel like I literally scripted this entire thing out and it really didn't have a lot to do with the other people or like, how dare her or I was just like blown away by, honestly, like, I think I was enjoying how just like stupid West continued to answer over and over. And I even wrote like the stumbling of his words, like how he would go. I mean, I guess I wrote it. I would write the words that he would half say. And because that is what was sticking out to me is like, you can't put a single sentence together. And then for her to be so disconnected in every single question, like I can't remember even what the specific thing was. It's in here somewhere, but I've scripted like 900 pages. So like, it's not easy to find, but it's like when Andy says something to her, like, so how do you feel about that? Or what's your response to that? Or how do you feel about that to Ciara? And she's like, in regards to, and he's like, the betrayal, like just like, he was just like, oh my God, is this still like you two numbnuts are like working with something? Like, is this an experiment? Like, I'm always like, this is psyop. Like, I'm always like looking at things now and being like, dude, what are they trying to? I always think that everything that I'm watching on TV has like a window that's like one of those. It looks like a mirror, but it's really a window of like scientists on the other side of it in white coats, like going,
two-way mirror.
Okay. And I just feel like this is a case study, and we're all just here, like just bystanders, like what? But like this is really a government-funded project to study like the traits of someone who is living on another planet. Who actually we created them. We actually
definitely,
and we set them into the wild, and now we have to come back and track them and find out like what has this person turned out like.
We've
and like
tagged them. We're back here.
Exactly. That's what it feels like.
These are the first 2 AI robots, but they're like Claude 1. They're like so dumb. They don't really know.
Really
anything.
malfunctioning.
Yeah, totally. They're like, oh, all right, we got a lot of work to do.
Is this from the sister?
Yeah.
Damn it.
What else? I was going to say something funny.
Does stuff. Okay. Huh?
I was going to say something super funny.
Well, you think of that. I just want to put out into the world that this is also the segment. So if anyone has anything to say about it, where they talk about, have you guys said I love you yet? They say that they're exclusive. He wants to get back to the early days of his relationship.
I love when they all lit him up. Like, oh, the honeymoon phase? Or what? Andy was like, 6 weeks ago? What do you mean?
But also, they don't mean that. They mean literally last summer. That's what he means, but he can't say that.
Right. And how great when Lindsay goes, great, you're just like every other guy. And then Kyle's like, Lindsay.
And Bailey was like, he's already over. That's when she said this. Like, that was it. Wes really barfed up his cards at this moment.
But that's not like I think that Bigley got it wrong because Lindsay also says Wes says he's not even in love with her, and he goes, he didn't say that. Because I really like these two, both Bailey and Lindsay, because as people have said, they're kind of similar, and they're both really trying to like get this conclusion on its way to be the conclusion.
We've got Lindsay and Lindsay in training.
Yeah. And I don't know if that's it, but I just thought it was so funny, like how stunted they are in just those answers of like, I mean, we're not like saying that. I haven't said that. Like, listen, I honestly, unless you're a Wes Wilson type, that's literally just telling girls that you love them because whatever. Like, I have never thought that saying I love you was a big deal. Yeah, it's a big deal, but like I've never found it to be like, if you feel it, say it. Like you don't have, like we used to say something that was just like a joke about it because I feel like we wanted to both say it like literally the 4th day that we knew each other.
That's so cute.
And so we used to say like, maybe I'll say it on Thursday. And so you would text me now and again and you'd be like, is it Thursday yet?
That's so cute, Mike.
So like
pretty cute. This guy, pretty cute.
But like literally that was like in the first week that we were dating. So like we both were just like, we've been told by society that like this isn't a thing that you just throw around. But like I'm a person that like when I know, I just know. I've never said it and not meant it. But maybe this guy, I don't know if he said it, not meant it, or maybe I don't know. But like I just want the kids out there in TV land, like feel free to like spread the love. Like you can love someone and it's fine and you
just
can say it.
Do it if you're a manipulative asshole.
Of course,
yeah, don't do that. But to add to that and to make a point, hit home this point, a couple things. We met because you wrote something and we were working on that for not long, maybe a month and a half or something.
3 months.
Okay. So a few months. So like there was a time where we got to know each other, right?
Yeah.
So like once we were like, oh no, we're going to do stuff to each other's private parts.
Okay, all
what?
right. No, but I didn't say anything. I remember meeting you and coming home. Okay, I'm sorry. Go on.
My point being is, like, I agree. When you know, and we both knew, but we had a few months of getting to know each other, right? You haven't said it yet? That's funny, because when Amanda went running into your arms after the big fight, what did she say? I can't believe you put your chair up. I love you.
Yeah.
Right? And then you made out with her forehead. You did forehead stuff. Also, you guys have been friends for 3 years, really close friends. You were there for her all summer. Like, you guys love each other.
Or you don't. Like, one, like yeah,
no,
one or the other.
You do.
Yeah.
Well,
as friends.
You could argue it's different love. Like, it's friendship love.
Fine. But once that friendship love turns to like, it's not, you don't have to rethink about it. Then the love turns to that. It might even be stronger because you are friends. So like that whole bullshit, we're not saying it, was to me, oh, you're feeling it. We feel it, but we're not saying it. Like, it was such a whole
No,
is
yeah,
a
it
load
was
of shit.
totally
But
like they were like 15-year-olds that have just been told like you're not supposed to tell a girl that. No, that has to mean like forever and ever, amen. Like that. It just it was so juvenile the way that like
we've had conversations about it.
They were trying to be
over and over again.
In their defense, I think this whole thing they were trying to be respectful. Should they have come out and been like, you know, like it's? I think that's why they didn't touch each other. Why she didn't say anything. I think that's like.
If they were trying to be respectful, try harder.
I get it.
Yeah.
No, but like in the after, they were not trying to come in and be like, everybody. Do you know what I mean?
Here.
Like we love each other, right? And touchy feely and finger banging each other on set. Like I just think that.
Honestly,
in their weird brains,
they did.
I'm not even joking. I want to see those two.
Yeah, but everyone there would not have.
See, this is I talk about this all the time. There's some people who just have horrible instincts. Like Vanita has horrible TV instincts. Who else does? Janet, clearly. But like these two made all the wrong choices. They kept quiet on the shit that like you shouldn't have. They mouthed off Amanda basically on like the worst moments to just show like you can't handle anything. And then
wow, he has like sonar.
Thank you. And then he one day someone will take those out. Not me.
It'll be the guy who now does the dishes and vacuums.
Yeah.
That guy. I've
been too busy doing dishes. The fact that they can't just say, like, in that moment, he just should have said, like, of course I love her. I have so much love for Amanda. Like, what do you think? Like, our entire lives have been blown up. Like, she better sure as shit hope I love her. Like, he just could have said so many things that would, like, make him a human being. Yep. And it didn't have to be the right answer. It just had to be an answer that held a stench of humanity. Like, any at all. Like, just to... like he's doing on his podcast where he's like, it's a show. We should all, if no one's laughing and no one's making money, they're doing this wrong. Like that was a very like, yeah, like, listen, I'm not saying that's some big, great line. I'm just saying like, that's the ticket. Just regular old, like self-deprecation and understanding, you know, the realities of situations and saying, yeah, this is a bummer, but I guess we're in it for a long haul now, huh, babe? Like, I would have enjoyed a joke between the two of them being like, I mean, yeah, we love each other now. We're literally all each other has. No one else will talk to us.
But do you know what's crazy about this? And I'm just putting two and two together right now. I feel that West has lied to everyone.
Yes.
He has told a different story, a different version of a story to every single person in this room. So the reason his MO is to shut up, apologize, you know, say less, apologize, whatever, is because one, he knows that's how he's going to get out of this quicker. But two, he doesn't even know what he said to everyone. He can't keep all of his story straight. Yeah. Correct. And because he even said somewhere in this segment, you know, I wish like I could have said more to you or whatever. And it's like, no. You don't. We literally just have you in the last episode saying to Amanda, say less. Go out there, apologize, be quiet, and don't say so much. That is your whole MO, bro. And we see it with how you're acting on this podcast that you're doing. So for you to say, I want to say more, I wish I could have said, no, it's so frustrating. It's so frustrating as a viewer because it's insulting to our intelligence.
You can't apologize your way out of this. It doesn't really matter how good your apology is. You cannot apologize your way out of it and like just let that be your thing. Tom Sandoval, actually, if I think about it, I think he only really did the one horrible thing. Like he did that one horrible thing. It was horrible. It was someone she was friends with. It was an underdog that she had brought into the wing. You know, like it was humiliating. It was, it would really shake your trust in new people that you don't know very well yet. Like, and she displayed such a little lamb.
Yeah, like a little fawn in the woods.
All of that.
I mean, he did cheat on Kristen with Ariana, but that was a million years ago, and they also had a terrible relationship. She cheated on him, I think, with Jax. I'm just
talking about him and Ariana because here's that they were together for like 8 or 9 years or something.
A long time, yeah.
And not only was that, unless I'm misremembering something, not only was that the only time that like I think I feel like maybe he stepped out on her a different time, but like she even just like buried it and just they were.
It might have been early on before they were like anything official,
yeah.
because I feel like I remember what you were talking about.
Yeah. But like he was very supportive of her. They were a team. They were a very much a partnership. When either one of them was like in kind of deep water with someone else, the other one would be right there to like give a double smackdown. And like that is someone who should just apologize and say nothing. West has lied every single thing he's ever done. You can't apologize for being the biggest liar that anyone on this set has ever known and interacted with, and can't believe that like they went to your family's house and like just thinking about like you've humiliated a bunch of people, and you have made people literally go, wow, if this guy can do it, literally anyone can do it, because he was so beloved by the group for the most part. Like aside from the Ciara, and I feel like everybody wanted to forgive him, and like they just didn't, because they were trying to stay on the right side of her story, you know. But
by the way, turns out to be the right side of her story.
Right,
but it's also like like not anybody, but most people can do a bad thing one time, and you can be like, all right, bro, you're gonna be in a little timeout, and like I'm gonna side eye you from now on, but I will take you back and I'll forgive you for this one thing. You're gonna go do it again?
Yeah,
I can't do
Oh,
it. Sorry,
bro, you got me. That's the whole shit. Screw me once, shame on you. Screw me twice, shame on me.
Yeah.
Can't get screwed again. Like I that's if the Ciara thing had gone awry in a normal way, where he was responsible and just was like, it just didn't work out. No article. She was fine with it. He was fine, and like that was never a thing. They come back, and last summer's fine. It just is what it is. And then this happens. Obviously, it's going to take a minute, but like this is his first lie. This becomes his first indiscretion or whatever, right? And maybe we get over it, but it's the second one, and it's two big ones now, and you've screwed over the girl that we all like, and now the whole group. Like that, the girl wasn't enough. You had to take out the whole group. Dude, all right, good job.
I also want to say, in the spirit of justice for Ciara, so many people came down on her so hard. Let it go. It's been so long. You only dated for a few. All of that shit, right?
I mean, and I still like there are parts of it that I am just like, just because I just thought he is nothing. He is nothing.
Totally fair.
So,
I still feel that way with her and him.
But see,
I think she's got a bigger problem
mind.
with Amanda. But
This might change your mind. And I don't, and we've talked about it a million times, and I don't want to bore everyone with it, but like I really, if you just look at it on a granular level, it's like you work together, and so it's like those 5 months that you were together were longer because now you're on a press tour, and then you're doing the reunion, and then you got to be back, and it's the cameras and the race stuff. Like it just was so much that like I do really get it. Also, like I've said, I am an unapologetic stan. It's she's my Craig. I need a male Craig. Or you know what I mean? A male person that I'm obsessed with on Bravo.
You're not getting leg because you're standing the ladies.
That's right. This is right. This is right. People are going to be like, I know why Courtney thinks people are gay, because she's really gay. By the way, the fact that during this period of time for straight men that I'm still attracted to them, I think it's a real testament to the fact that, like, you know, you're just born with your sexuality the way it is. Because if I could choose, I'd be choosing her. Okay. Whenever we go on our buying trips for my company, it's like it's an ad to be a lesbian. I'm like, I love you. But I'm like, this is so nice. Like, I don't even have to tell. She's made my coffee in the morning. She's put the bags in the car. I've cooked dinner. She's cleaned the dishes. It's lovely.
Because she cooks dinner. Coffee? I can't cook. That's like delivering gold bullion to me. Like, I love it when you cook. It's now no one has time, but I can't cook. Nobody wants this.
But anyway, point being is that what if Ciara got burned so badly the first time that she saw what we're all seeing now? And that's why she was like, this motherfucker and the horse that he rode in on. He is dark AF.
You mean the first time around? If
yes.
She saw, but then why would she come back around later if that's what
because he's so good? Because the way that, like, it hadn't blown up this way, right? She didn't know about Mija. The Amanda stuff didn't happen. But I think the core of her core, her spidey sense, her woman's instinct was going off like a 12 alarm fire, because she realized this is a bad dude, but I also like this bad dude. And I think that that's why the walls were up so high and she was so protective, because if you look at how she reacted with Luke, and she came there as the chick Luke was hooking up with, they were having sex. They did have like a checkered past where like they hooked up, then they didn't, then they got back together again. She was so quick to be like, I'm good, no problem. She chose Hannah over him. Even when they sat down for him to apologize or say like, hey, I'm a little confused as to why you dumped me like a sack of potatoes. She said, listen, it's just because I thought this was suspect. He apologized for it and they were fine. And they never had a problem again. So I think it's specific to West in the fact that that's why her walls were up so high. And that's why she didn't want to let him in again, because she was like, no, this is a different form of food poisoning. This, you will puke your brains out. It's not just kind of like, oh, in a day, my skinny jeans are going to fit again. This will almost kill you. And I think there's something to that. Really quick, before we go on, did you want the food or did you want to finish the last two
Guys,
segments?
I'm just going to cut here and the rest is going to be in part 3. I know, part 3. I can't believe it. But Mike has to eat a cheeseburger and there's over an hour left still. So it'll be up in the morning along with part 2 of In the City. Okay, love you. Bye. 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 Thanks. Love you. Bye.